By the way, we're on Patreon Live here, guys. Come through. We're having a good time.
We got
Zohran.
my favorite
Zohran.
political candidate I've ever seen.
You love him.
I love this guy. Zohran Mamdani, running for mayor of New York.
Yeah.
Catching up to Cuomo little bit by little bit.
No, he's like apparently last poll I saw he was beating Cuomo.
He's beating. Another one came out that was like maybe he's not beating.
Yeah,
blah,
New York
blah,
is
whatever
officially
it is.
saying no Cuomo. No Cuomo,
No
dog.
Cuomo.
Even though it's Pride Month, there are no Cuomo-sexuals left.
100%. Definitely not 11 women for sure.
Yeah. It's all about mom, daddy.
Mom, daddy.
You know?
Mama, daddy. Dude, he is my daddy. So I basically did a little binge yesterday. Finally, I was like, what does this guy actually believe? It can't just be like, hey, vote for me. I was like, this guy, again, the idealism of the left sometimes is pretty intense, and you can get washed up in it, and you're like, oh, this sounds great. How are you going to do it? But dude, this guy is a speech and debate kid for sure. You just know that he's like
No, he's taking all the theater kid skills and bringing it to...
Bro, he knew every single thing.
Yeah.
The one thing I usually hate about politicians is their laugh. It's always canned and stupid. You know, bro, he just seems like he's like cares about people. He wants to do well. He's whatever it is, it's concocted well. That's all I'm saying. It's a good front face. I dig it.
Dude, he's a very compelling dude. There's no getting around
Smart, and he has an answer for everything, bro. Even Bernie, you asked him a follow-up question, he's like,
well, Bernie's not the guy to look to for like media readiness.
But
this is the guy who had his moment in glory in the New York Times interview. Was like, I don't like birthdays. I think they're stupid. Grow up already.
Why would he know media when the first media he had was pots and pans? That was the first communication that he was doing. But if you saw Bernie's stuff, like I love the spirit of Bernie and what he was standing for, but then he never had anything to say after 1%.
Yeah.
He just didn't have the chops in terms of like the points. This guy got the points. He's saying how he's going to do it. He talks about how he's going to move the money, how he's going to raise it. I'm like, this guy's giving you the facts. I love it.
He's got the riz. He's got the riz, but there's no way he's going to be mayor. And I don't say that. I know. I don't say that to be a pessimist. I only say that because New York is so corrupt that they will literally cheat to keep him out of office.
It makes sense. I mean, listen, Boss Tweed was here not too long ago. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
No qualms about it. But here's the thing. No qualms about it. But here's the thing. A lot of times this is a stepping stone to a different thing. So it's like if he loses, I'm like, listen, whatever your next project is, I'm there for you. But
yeah, he'll be like a congressman and
like
a senator or something like that.
Dude, it's just so nice. And the one thing that government gives you is like if you fail actual change, you can like be leader of a little like block, a little bodega. Like, I'm the 9th House Assembly guy. At least you get your little block. Yeah. And so I hope Zohran gets a big ass block because so basically there's like he had the debate a couple of days ago. And basically, he owned Cuomo.
Two debates now in a row. He owned Cuomo.
Cuomo looking up there shriveled, water damage. Looking
he
guy.
does. He looks waterlogged.
Waterlogged damage.
Worn.
Post monsoon season face, right?
And then you get this fresh-faced young,
and smart and legit smart.
Dude, he's smart. He's also very dialed in, dude. Totally dialed in. Now, look, I actually like a lot of his policies, but here's my beef with Zohran. Or as I like to call him, AOZ, and I do like him, right? But the fact is, I saw a video of him shitting on Modi, and look, which I'm not opposed to, right? There's a lot to shit on with Narendra Modi.
What was he saying?
But somebody was like, "Would you meet with Narendra Modi if he came?" And it was clearly like they're set up so he could dunk, and he was like, "No." But then he said that Muslims in Gujarat were extinct.
Huh.
And I was just like, bro, you can't lie like that.
That's heavy.
There's like 10 million Gujaratis Muslims
that are there. That's heavy.
Right. Pretty prosperous community.
And they love it because it's a dry nation and they're Muslims.
Right.
Yay, that's
no, I'm not saying that what happened in 2002 was any way good and that Modi does not have some responsibility, 100%, right? But to be like, they're extinct now.
Right.
I'm just like, bro, you need to
if I was more AOZ code, I'd be like, it was AI.
Yeah.
Not my Zohran.
But that was my only thing where I was like, bro.
I wouldn't say that's a good thing.
I also saw him at like an anti-Hindu rally. You know, it was something that's going. But you know what? The thing is, I'm just getting like clips and sound bites.
I thought I couldn't like him more, and now here
I know.
Obviously, dude.
So the Hindutva side of me is just like,
got you.
This,
it makes sense. Makes sense.
But
here's the thing. Yeah. If the politician you have one contention of beef. That's an amazing ratio.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
It is something that you very much care about.
And I don't anticipate a lot of subnational politics happening from between New York and globally. Right.
Right. Now, if Zohran was actually a sleeper agent from like a, Muslim Pakistan coalition, that'd be insane. Hopefully not, They just trained him in Karachi and like debate, made him watch that one Jamie Foxx
He's not
movie.
a product of Karachi, my friend.
He raps like not terribly. I mean, pretty bad.
It wasn't bad.
But it was bars.
cute. It was a cute video. The one in the food truck, you mean?
Yeah. It was
It's
cute.
like white sauce. I got white sauce. I don't even remember what it was.
It was cute.
It was cute.
And then he was on Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne wanted to be like, "Hey man, that was pretty bad, right? That was pretty bad." And then Zoran's like, "No, I liked it."
Yeah.
And it was so earnest that even Charlemagne was like, "Okay, yeah, it was pretty funny actually. I really enjoyed it." First of all, I'm realizing how Charlemagne sounds like Black Stallone now. I was like, that was stupid, man. Hey, Charlemagne.
Siddiquee commented on this.
What's up?
He's saying the Discord says he's an Islamist, but
What?
But is that propaganda?
I don't get that vibe at all, but maybe there's some stuff I haven't seen yet.
I mean, look, he probably is.
In some way.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably is. His dad, who is an amazing scholar, actually, Mahmoud Mamdani, wrote an amazing book called Good Muslim, Bad Muslim, is like a pretty dialed-in Marxist and a Muslim.
But Mirnair, who is his mom, director, Mississippi Masala, I would assume that, she's not as... I never got that she was like...
Look, his parents...
The political as fuck.
They're like internationalist elitists.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I wouldn't say like Islamist, like fundamentalist,
No, I don't think he's like in the Ikhwan or, he's like a Wahhabist or something like that, right? But he believes in the global ummah. And
let me say one thing about Muslim guys that is very big in the community is that a lot of times a girl will meet on Minder, that app, Muslim guys, looks cool. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, sometimes I do smoke hookah. They get married and the fucking orange beard unfurls, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? Listen, I've seen that 1,000 times.
I don't see that with
I don't see it at all, but it's like
a
hilarious trope.
I think he's more a Marxist than he is a Muslim.
Sure.
But Islam is a very good ally to the Marxist because in Islam there is a sense of when you're Muslim, that is the great leveler of all things, right?
Sure.
And it is a very communitarian-based religion. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like it is socially or politically very dialed and very... how should I say this? There is an egalitarian aspect to it scripturally.
What he's saying, I get more on he's just super on the left, super socially left. He wants he's running on three things: universal child care, free busing, and rent freeze, which is like
rent freeze.
Forget anything else in terms of like larger policies, concepts. Just make rent cheaper for New Yorkers. We'll love you, right?
Yeah.
Freeze the stabilized. We'll love you. It's like I think he knows what he's doing in terms of like just going for the jugular. So like a lot of black and Latino guys are like, who the fuck is this?
I know.
Zohran Mamdani, whatever the fuck. And he was like, listen, I'm gonna freeze your rent. Okay, I'm gonna, you have all these kids. I'm gonna get him into childcare.
Yeah,
all right.
But the problem with him though is that he's a DSA kid, and all of his support is like college-educated white liberals. Younger white liberals, right?
Also
he's not clinching like the like older black vote, or for instance, Cuomo's probably gonna have that on lock, or Eric Adams.
Eric Adams didn't have any white people on his side, and he still won. You know what I'm saying? So he had every single black and Latino on his side. De Blasio, I think, got a lot of
he had a lot of black support.
Latinos. But then like the cops ended up hating him.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, right? But I think he's too in one sector.
It's just like, look, when you're like, I'm a socialist, I'm a DSA guy. It's like that's too much radical change that a lot of older voters are not going to be. They're going to be scared of that.
Right. I think so. You need to start carrying some hot sauce in your pocket, brother.
Yeah, you
get
into Hillary Clinton around.
Start wading.
Swap that white sauce for some hot sauce, buddy.
The hot sauce. Start wading in some water, if you know what I mean. He needs to go to the Bronx if he wants to win and just hustle and be like, listen, bro, this is what I believe in. I think Bronx would understand universal child care and rent freezing and free busing very deeply.
Dude, I mean, he's obviously running an amazing campaign.
Bro, he was at nothing.
Yeah.
And now he's second.
He's in the lead. And the Democratic one, yeah.
We'll see what happens. But,
yeah. Well, did you see the other guy, Brad Lander?
Yeah.
So this guy, he got arrested today.
Oh no!
By like ICE.
Oh yeah.
Because he was trying to interdict some kind of a. I was like, this guy's really stunting right now. He's really trying to get his numbers up because that other politician got arrested trying to break up a press conference in California. So Brad Lander was like, I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna get arrested. This is gonna bump me up a few points.
Kids even doing the ICE challenge now on TikTok. Watch me get destroyed by this
Yeah.
ice guy. Yeah, so it's definitely heating up. It's in 1 week. I mean, voting is going on, but I think it closes in like a week or two.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is my official Canadian endorsement. Can't vote myself. Go out there.
Which apparently is the other. So I was talking to a good friend of mine who is really plugged into New York politics, like as an actor.
Sure.
And she knows Zohran, and she likes him. She's like, no, he's a really good guy.
Amazing.
But he's not going to win because so much of his supporters are people who's still voting in like Oregon and Iowa and stuff. You know?
Yeah. I mean, what he's done is he's had the biggest volunteer workforce ever in a mayoral campaign, 40,000. That's crazy. That means
everybody I know who was out there canvassing, they can't vote here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like Salma.
Yeah.
Salma was out there like canvassing like a mofo for Zohran. I'm like, this poor girl can't even vote. You know?
Jesus. You listen, everyone who's volunteering for Zohran, go to the Bronx.
Yeah.
Go to a barbecue or a fish fry and figure it out.
Yeah.
Talk to them.
Yeah, seriously.
Because they're ready for Cuomo.
Yeah.
Because again, these people cannot believe that someone with 11 assault or sexual harassment allegations can win. And it's like, bro, they still bumping R. Kelly at the barbecue.
I know,
dude.
exactly.
What do you think this is?
It's a whole borough of Chris Brown apologists. Okay?
11 catcalls?
They're listening to R. Kelly at the quinceanera, if you know what I'm saying.
This is the race that invented catcalling. They're fine with Cuomo's, harassment.
He's just Italian. That
Come on, hey, just say no. Just say no. And here's the thing. I think black people realize like their women are way stronger than white women, so they don't see women as like fragile creatures.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Hey, swat the bitch away.
Yeah, exactly.
It's white women that
some
create
fragile ass white women.
Black women do be penalizing weakness in a very deep way from their men, from their women. So
Yes,
they don't believe in this sort of women victim shit at all.
I know.
To a fault, in my opinion. But